Hey, my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a big week. There's some really major news over the next few days. We've got the inflation data tomorrow. Is it going to hit the 2% target? I'm going to cover that in this video. Then the next day, Thursday this week, is the Bank of England's meeting. Now that inflation is probably going to hit that 2% target, and the other big central banks around the world, the Canadians, the Europeans, have dropped interest rates. Are we looking at an interest rate cut this week as well? It could be a glorious week. Maybe it is, maybe it won't. I'm going to tell you in this video what to expect coming up. So while you're here, if you haven't done already, do subscribe to the channel over here and hit the bell notification. We've got new content like this every single day. Like I said, it's a big week. We've got inflation data tomorrow. We've got interest rate data on Thursday. So you want to subscribe for that. And smash like, tickle like, hit the like button over there. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Look, we had a thread of you the other day getting really upset about asking, but your comments help the engagement. That also got me views, so thanks for doing that. Even if you smash it out of anger, just do something to that like button. So, a big week, a very big week. Finally, inflation is looking like it's going to hit the 2% target. Nearly every analyst polled thinks that we're going to hit the target, and some think we might get down to 1.9%. This has been a long time coming. Since 2021 was the last time that we had inflation low. We had record highs or 40-year highs, and it's really hit people very hard. But it is something to celebrate, getting back to that target. But let's be clear, it doesn't mean that prices have got cheaper. It just means they're going up less quickly than they have done in previous months. So the gap between when inflation started rising and today mean the cost of goods, services, groceries and all that kind of wonderful stuff is approximately 20% higher. That really does hit low income families, and it hit everyone. Let's be honest, it wasn't great, and it meant interest rates went up. We had 14 consecutive rises in interest rates, and interest rates are at a 16-year high right now. So first off, inflation is highly likely to hit the 2% target tomorrow. Now, some things that they are going to be keeping an eye on. So we will celebrate 2%. I'll take that. But what we've got to keep an eye on is the wages. That is worrying for the Bank of England. Wages are going up at 6% at the moment. But I think that's great because people need to be able to catch up because they've had a really difficult few years. So on average, wages are going up 6%. The Bank of England would prefer that to be closer to the inflation target of around 2%. They're also going to keep an eye on services inflation. So as a whole, inflation will come down to 2%, but the service inflation for businesses like hairdressers, restaurants, accountants and people like that, that's on average up 6% as well. So we need to hopefully see that come markedly down as well, or give us an indication that we're moving in the right direction. Now, the inflation data will be good tomorrow, but there is the expectation that inflation could rise again by the end of this year due to energy costs again, believe it or not. It's very frustrating. So that will mean there will be some caution from the Bank of England. So what else is going on? This is interesting. So 63 out of 65 economists expect the first rate cut to happen on the 1st of August. That's pretty high confidence. 63 out of 65 economists polled believe that the interest rates will drop on the 1st of August. Now, why wait till then? So it's unlikely, very unlikely, that the Bank of England will drop interest rates this coming Thursday. We could be surprised. So make sure you do subscribe, because within an hour of that announcement, I will make a video. But what we won't see much from the Bank of England is they won't have a press conference this month, and they won't be doing any speeches or statements. This is something that they agree to do when you're in the election cycle. So they go fairly radio silent. They still have their meetings. And so that's why a lot of economists just don't think we're going to have anything this week, because if they did drop rates, they can't put a statement to back it up. They won't have any speeches or statements to back it up. It would be weird, right? And so we won't know their reasoning why they did it. So it just makes logical sense with this silence period that they've got, that they, even if they want to, they will wait until August the 1st, because that's not a massive distance away from where we're at right now. Now, also these economists are saying that, and the Bank of England did mention this, that they feel that regardless of what the Federal Reserve do, that the bank will cut. And that's because the Europeans did it and the Canadians did it. The pound got a little bit stronger there, so we've got some leeway. And we're not going to do a major cut. The first cut is expected to be 0.25%, same as everybody else. That's not really going to save you much on your mortgage or your credit card, but it's a start. It's a signal to the markets that the rate cutting is starting. Now, where might we end up with interest rates? The expectation amongst most people, and I think I tend to agree with this, is that we'll eventually get down to a base rate of 3.5%, and that rate might stick around for a few years. So a big drop from where we're at, particularly if you're a buy-to-let landlord and you're on an interest-only mortgage. Now, rates that you can borrow at will not be as low as that. Banks have already been fighting over our business, and swap rates have dropped and stuff like that, which is what they borrow at. I don't think that you'll see much below that. I think that you'll see around 3.75% will be a very, very good mortgage rate with fees on top once we finally hit that. So I think the banks have already done a lot of their drops prior to the base rate dropping, because business was quiet and they were fighting for our business earlier in the year. Now, here's something that's interesting as well. And this is being reported on in a lot of the press. And that is something that could delay interest rate cuts until September. And that is Taylor Swift's concert in London. So she has a concert in London in August. And this is in the Financial Times, iNews, The Observer, The Guardian. They're all talking about this. And the reasoning behind it is that hotels are doubled in price for August, for the period around that concert. Restaurants will be jacking up their prices. Everyone is just putting their prices up because the demand is there. They're all going to be full, right? They're all going to be full. Airbnb's more expensive and stuff like that. And they feel that that could put a significant amount of money into our economy that will show growth, that will mean maybe they don't need to cut quite as soon. I thought that was interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, or do you think that's a load of rubbish? Do you think that she has the power to move an economy even for a short period of time? I think she has around other countries, so potentially it could. But yeah, so this week is an important week anyway. You'll be looking for the inflation data tomorrow. Let me know in the comments where you think it's going to end up. Do you think it's going to be 2%? Some people are saying 1.9%. Do you think we're going to get there? Do you think inflation's going to rear its ugly head again later this year? And what do you think about the Bank of England? What do you believe they will do? Do you think they'll hold until August 1st? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinion on this. Do share this video. I'm sure you know some people that are looking to do a remortgage or buy a property. Knowing this stuff is really useful to know what's going on in the market. Do smash like, do subscribe, do check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.